DawgNation's Next Generation series is brought to you by Pella Window and Door of Georgia. Pella, any style, any home, any budget. Visit PellaofGA.com to get started.
Welcome back, DawgNation. I'm Kaylee Mansell with Jeff Sentell, and it is week 9 of telling you all about the next generation of talent headed to Athens. We should probably change clothes at some point, shouldn't we?
We probably should.
They're probably getting tired of looking at the same old outfits. But hey, we've got a new player for you today, and that is Roderick Robinson II, the running back out of California. He's the nation's number 14 running back overall. And the Dogs actually flipped him away from UCLA, got him out of Cali, bringing him here to Athens. What's he going to bring to the table?
Goodness. First of all, a lot of intestinal fortitude. I feel like we should be having some Tupac playing in the background of this segment because that's some more California love for the Dogs. Mm-hmm. But the things with Roderick that stand out, first of all, he's a Southern boy at heart. Mm-hmm. His family has roots in Alabama. He lived in South Carolina for a long time before they moved out to Cali. But, you know, we wrote this story on DawgNation. I hope you guys get a chance to see it. But he was the running back that could not run, if that makes any sense. He had a grade 2 hamstring in October of his senior year. It was so bad that they basically parked Roderick for about 4 weeks. For like 4 weeks, he had 30 carries, 33 carries for 4 weeks. And really it was just 5 carries, 2 carries against teams they could beat. And yet he never really got it healed. He basically fluctuated between 50 to 85% of his ability. Yeah. Get this, his 40, he even said that. He couldn't work out. Really, all he did was treatment all week. He didn't practice. Treatment all week. His 40 was probably a 5.0. And really, if we think about this when driving a manual transmission, think about this. You never go higher than third gear. And that's the way Roderick Robinson made a lot of yards. He had like 500 yards and 9 touchdowns in his last 3 games. His last 3 games led his Lincoln High Hornets to the California State Championship. Same high school which produced Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis. But I love the story about Roderick because basically it was treatment the whole week. And then what he did is he would just break free and his line would block for him. And he'd be like, okay, I can't open up. I can't burst. So you're just going to have to get me on the ground. And he developed like a Bruce Lee type stiff arm, Walter Payton sweetness type stiff arm. And he was a guy that you just watched him week after week. Great story here. They saw him at the one of his coaches that faced him saw the game film the previous week and how he could barely walk. And he just barely crept his team to the finish line and they won a game. I think it was a quarterfinal game. And they saw the film. And then he's after the game, and this was another game when Robinson ran wild. The D coordinator went up to him and his dad, and he was basically being carried off the field. And he's like, how in the world did you do that? You couldn't walk. And you still ran for 4 touchdowns against us. And he was just like, you know, basically treatment. There's electro-stimulus things that they did in California to keep him right. He did not practice. And that type of running back, he basically said, get on my shoulders. He scored almost all their touchdowns in the playoffs, especially the playoff drive, and led them to a state title.
Now, one thing that we know about Georgia fans for certain is that they're always looking to the future, always what's coming next. So what sort of effect will Robinson's play have on future recruiting classes?
So lean in close, DawgNation. This is a little bit of scoop or a little spiel here. If you watch Georgia, look who they've signed the last couple years. Andrew Paul, recovering from a knee injury. Branson Robinson, another guy that looks like a tank. And now Roderick Robinson, the running back who could not run, and now he's fully healthy in Athens wearing number 0. And, you know, when he runs his 4.5, he's a lot deadlier. And when he's around 225, he's a lot deadlier as well. And so that's 3 backs in a row that Georgia has signed that are that big type back. Mm-hmm. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see Georgia and Dell McGee make a market correction of sorts. And what they're going to do is they're going to look for these quick guys, these fast guys, because they've got enough big thunderbacks, big Humvee types in the program. And now they're going to look for more of those James Cook quick guy types. And why are they doing that? It's not breaking from Georgia tradition. It's just that they got 3 dudes that can do that. Mm-hmm. Now they want to get a couple guys that can be that home run hitter.
One thing I can say for certain, I'm excited to see that famous stiff arm coming up this fall in Athens. And speaking of that, we've got more of the next generation coming to you next week. So make sure to tune in for week 10 to see what kind of talent will be headed to Athens in the fall.